Hello and welcome to the Austin LGBT Chamber podcast. I'm Tina Cannon, President and CEO of the Austin LGBT Chamber. I am joined here with Colton and Amy.
Hi.
Hi.
So, as all things chamber, we're going to talk local business news. We're going to talk about things that are happening in our area around the chamber itself. So, let's get to the first bit of news. Foxtrot Market are closing all over Austin. Several of the local CPG brands relied on the grocery store for some of their sales. According to the ABJ, Outfox Hospitality, the holding company, resulted from mergers of two other companies and about $100 million worth of money infusion. Closed all of their 33 locations effective April 23rd. According to their website, they said, quote, "We explored many avenues to continue business and found no viable option." The company said that all delivery capabilities, store operations, store credits, and consumer-facing operations would no longer be available. What do we think?
Well, employees found out through an email the day of.
Why does this keep happening?
I hate it.
When you got $100 million of money, which means that you obviously have a functioning CFO, right? You should have functioning forecasting to know that, we're probably not going to make payroll.
Well, and didn't they open, what was it, 5 locations in Austin? Like within the past year?
Rather
Like-
quickly.
6 months, I feel like.
South First one was really cute.
Yeah.
And
It's kind of
I like
sad.
their pizza. So did Amy.
I like their pizza, and I like the kinds of chips that they would stock, because
Yeah.
I'm a big chip eater.
I would like them to have a functioning CFO and CEO is what I'd like them to have. But at the same time, it was a Chicago-based company, so bye-bye, Felicia. Thanks for playing in Austin. I don't know. It's not locally owned, not locally grown. Granted, they're hiring local folks, but they also laid them off without warning.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sad that it didn't work out, but we already have a concept like that here that does really well.
Yes.
Yeah. I would like to see something local and cute and fun in City Hall.
Yeah.
And that South First location.
Yeah.
I mean, the hard part is that like there are consumer package brands that did find a home there, right? Maybe they're a local consumer package, nutrition bar or alfalfa sprout thing that came off of some organic, right? That was a place for them to sell into that maybe if they couldn't get into Whole Foods. So there's a loss there, but Whole Foods, if you're listening, right, you should go pick up those brands.
I would love to see like a Central Market Express.
That would be good.
Like a little, like all the things that you can get at their counter, but maybe a percentage of that because they have a lot. Their hot counter.
Yeah.
That'd be cute.
I mean, you can take somebody on a date to Central Market. I have a great time there.
Somebody just asked me, in fact, it was one of our past board members. We were hanging out at an event. And she said, "Where can we go eat nearby?" And I was like, "Have y'all eaten at Central or at Whole Foods?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "What?"
Yeah. No,
good.
for realsies, HEB or Whole Foods. Let's turn it on. Let's do it.
Let's get turnt at the grocery store.
Yeah.
I get
well,
lost.
that does happen to me occasionally by accident.
I get lost in the Central Market on North Lamar. It's like weaving in and out, trying to figure out where the checkout is. That place
This is why I don't go to grocery
is
stores.
insane.
I spent 4.5 hours at Central Market with Wimpy, one of
This is
our
a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your bank account okay?
Well, let me just tell you, buying wine by the glass was not my brightest moment while I was at Central Market.
Are you just talking like cost savings? You could have bought it by the
I
bottle.
should have just gotten the bottle.
Just walk around the grocery store, like grabbing
And then
a
on the way
bottle
out,
of
I
wine
was like,
by
I
the
really
neck.
like that. But it's great because then I was like, I like this wine. Let me take 3 bottles home, please. Thank you.
That's good. That's good marketing. So, like, do they walk around with like? Maybe that's what
They
grocery
do
stores
have
should do.
tasters.
But they should like walk around with like, would you like to buy? Kind of like the old school cigarette girls, right? That would walk around the movie theaters.
You mean you want a flight attendant to
Yeah.
push the cart around? I'm here for it.
Right? Because if I was a little bit more lubed up, I'd probably A, go to the grocery store. And then B, I'd buy more ridiculous crap that I don't need.
I bought vegetables that I'd never seen before.
Maybe you weren't in a grocery store.
But also, if anybody was there that day when all of the cauliflower came tumbling down the ice wall, that was not my fault.
What?
That was not my fault. I don't know what happened. I think there was a structural issue with the ice.
Right. You just walked by it and it fell.
I just wanted one. I just wanted one head of cauliflower. Is that what they're called? Crowns? Head of lettuce? Head of cauliflower?
Thing of cauliflower.
Yeah.
Lord of cauliflower.
I wanted a cluster of cauliflower, okay? And then I got 20 that started rolling down the aisles.
All right. The Downtown Commission suggesting tweaks to the, quote, agent of change noise requirements. According to our friends at the Austin Monitor, the Downtown Commission wants the city to take a more proactive role in proposed new measure that seeks to address friction over noise levels between new residential and existing music venues around our city. Last week, the meeting included a presentation on a pending requirement that would force the developer building within 600 feet of a music venue to conduct a sound assessment prior to construction to see if they should mitigate for sound. This is good because, like, I remember years ago, it was the other way around. The burden seemed to fall on the music venues. And I remember these guys at the Fancy Four Seasons, not the hotel, but the posh,
Like the condos.
the condos. Yeah, they were like one of the first condos downtown.
Oh.
And they were fussing about the noise. And I'm like, boo, did you not say 6th Street just up the road when you bought your condo?
Yeah. Well, there's that. And also, most of the time, it's not really the decibel level, it's the echo. Like, it sounds louder. I mean, because Ashley has to do this during South by when people complain about sound during South by. And she sticks the thing out the window and reads the decibel level and goes,
Can you hear this? That's what she says.
no, but it never registers. She's like, no, they're good. On to the next.
Yeah, I just, like, we're the live music city. If you choose to live downtown, that's on you, boo. Like, it's going to be noisy.
Who buys a condo downtown and doesn't want the city life?
Right.
And like the noise of it.
Yeah, I can't, like when we were in Dublin, remember we're walking along that street. These were like basically the equivalent of like a townhome that had a bar underneath it, right? That's kind of the public house scenario. But
Yeah, I've lived in a situation like that, and you just deal with it. After
you
a while,
chose
it's like
to
a
live there.
sound machine.
yeah, it's not like you chose to live downtown because it's so affordable and that was the only place you could get. Right? You're living downtown because you can.
So there's friction. Hey,
Yes, but at least now it's leaning more on the developers to do something to mitigate the sound within the individual units and not on the bar owner to figure out a way to make rock and roll less cool.
well,
I like that.
I would say stop picking the cheapest item to build a building because there's all kinds of material that you can use for sound dampening.
Sure.
We've like in Canada when we were doing basement suites, we would always recommend different like aluminum struts that would go between the drywall and the upper floor so that you wouldn't have to hear people walking above you.
What about a window?
Brick
the wall.
walls,
Thicker
no
glass.
more windows, no fun.
No window.
No.
Actually, the city just passed another ordinance around
like-
windows that it's now requiring builders of multifamily to require them to have a window in the bedroom unit.
Wait, what? Say that again?
It's a new city ordinance council just passed this last week that requires multifamily builders to ensure that there is a window
in every
bedroom unit.
bedroom. That's considered a bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the size of some of these closets though?
That are called bedrooms.
I mean, no, I would have lived in Colton's closet very comfortably. I was like, jeez. So when I walked in, I was like, where's your ceiling fan? Why don't you have a ceiling fan?
Is there a bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have old style closets in our place.
I like that though. I think you should get a window. I mean,
Yeah.
this isn't prison.
Right.
Like you get a window and
You're paying good. You're paying top dollar in this
Yeah.
market.
I have seen a couple like one bedrooms where the bedroom is like kind of off when you walk in, but then they have a window in the bedroom that just faces the balcony door so that at least you get some light in.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily.
Plus, how can you spy on your neighbors if they don't have a window?
that I miss that. That is the one thing I do miss, especially when it was like rows of multifamily. So it would be like one complex with say 6 to 8 apartments, then another one,
Yeah.
all under the same, owner.
Okay.
And they were so close to one another that the walkways between, I heard some crazy stuff, y'all. But because they were mirrored, our windows matched up.
Mirrored is in the sense of like
Mirrored,
Yeah.
like the buildings
Were
were
identical.
flip-flopped.
Yeah.
Flipped
So
in
like where
reverse.
my bedroom was, there, like you could reach out and touch someone, like just across the walkway. But
it's handy if
also-
you're like short on salt at dinner. You can just
I knew a lot about my neighbors that I had never met.
yeah.
I'm just gonna say, God bless. Also, if you saw my eyeballs peeping up over the windowsill, it's your fault. You're making so much noise. It's very
Just
distracting.
like creepy little Amy just popping up in the window.
Just her eyes.
And me just like giggling, like,
Yeah, you probably get shot in Texas for that. I'm telling
Probably.
you right now. The Curmudgeons are suing the city of Austin again. Not an official headline, more of my headline. You could read more at the Austin Monitor, but last week, after getting about 2 minutes to address council on a variety of items, SOS Executive Director Bill Bunch said that Mayor Kirk Watson was violating the Open Meetings Act and the Austin Charter. At point, Bunch said that he would sue the city on the issue, and of course, he subsequently did. Late Wednesday, Travis County judge ruled in favor of the plaintiffs and granted temporary restraining order that requires council to give each speaker 3 minutes to speak on the item that they wish to speak about. In a statement to the press, Bunch said every resident deserves the opportunity to address the council on matters that affect our community.
wow.
they-
We saw this.
They ruled in favor of 3 minutes
Yes.
for each
Each
item.
item. That was
Right.
his argument.
Which is the standard. But what happens is you'll see from the dais, you'll see that 300 or 400 people have signed up to speak on an item for or against. And they can say neither, but the vast majority are for or against. So you know that every speaker is going to come up there and say relatively the same thing. And you could shave off like a couple hours of a meeting if you moved everybody from 3 minutes to 2 minutes on some of those bigger items where it's just very repetitive.
Well,
Wasn't
it
that-
seemed like he was trying to do it all at once. Like he's like, I signed up to speak
On
for
4 items.
Give me 8 minutes right now.
Yeah, because you can have people donate time. So you can. So if you and I signed up on an item and you did not want to speak, you could give me your minutes, but you'd have to do it at the mic. Like when I would go up there, I'd say, "Hi, I'm Tina Cannon. You know, Colton has given me his minutes."
I'll do that any day.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
But it just drones on, and what kills me is like you're on the microphone either for 2 reasons. One, you don't have the votes, and you're trying to last ditch convince people because you haven't done your homework and you haven't talked to the council members, you haven't talked to staff, you haven't done the thing, or you're on the mic because of theater, right? The theatrics of being on a mic and being quoted on a mic and having your picture taken on the mic and right being the vocal person for your organization. And if you can't get your job done in 2 minutes versus 3 minutes, like you really got to have like a little self-examination.
I think he wasted a whole minute arguing for his minutes,
I would not doubt.
right? When we
Oh, yeah,
at least
I
I think Mayor Watson at one point was like, "You got 50 seconds left
Yeah, and
because
this,
your clock has started." Like, I'm not going to discuss this with you. You're supposed
Yeah.
to go up and get into it.
yeah, because it's long. These council meetings. I
Yeah.
remember being up there in the past, and they would go till 2 a.m, 3 a.m, because you would have 400 people sign up for an item. Like
That is
you'd have 4 hours worth of testimony about and it was repetitive testimony. I support item number blah 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 because blah blah blah. Next speaker, I support. You're like, oh my God, kill me.
wasn't it? I hope it was San Marcos, but wasn't it San Marcos? It's like a town hall meeting or city council where a bunch of college kids loaded up
Oh yeah, it was Austin. They used
the
to do
funny
that.
names,
Yeah.
and it took them like 5 or 6 names to realize.
Oh, yeah,
Austin
they
used
hit
to do
everywhere.
It was
Austin,
it was like
San
a
Marcos,
Moe's
Kyle.
Tavern. It was a Moe's Tavern moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember they didn't really do it in the last couple of years, but they used to really do it hard when Mayor Leffingwell was at the helm and they would do it late at night.
Yeah,
And so he'd get on the mic. He's like, next speaker, Mr. Pian,
yeah.
Mr. Dick Pian.
Amanda, hug and kiss. Amanda, hug and kiss.
Yeah, I'll leave out my favorite ones.
They're not appropriate for our show.
But I mean, this council's got to do their business too, right? We know when you sign up, they know that you're in favor or against. They don't need you to pontificate for an extra minute. Like it's just, and the amount of times that we get sued, like that costs the city money.
Well, it was almost. I mean, I know it's frustrating, and it's also like, it's a little nerve wracking going up there in front of a room full of people, but
Sure.
like it was almost as if that was the point of going, was to be like, and you're getting sued again.
Right. Yeah. He
Here
loves
I
to sue.
am. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well. That's too bad.
I mean, it is what it is. You can only do so much with the curmudgeons. The FTC has announced a rule banning non-compete agreements. I am very excited about this. It's cool to do an
That's
Emmanuel clap.
my own sound effect.
Yes. For the longest time, right, the fundamental freedom of workers to change jobs was impacted by this, right? It would decrease innovation because you couldn't use the information you have. Like, there's still ways for companies to protect the information they have without signing into a non-compete. So this will go into effect of new agreements. It will require companies to null and void their prior agreements, with the exception of the executive staff level. That's part of your overall compensation package. So those negotiations will be had with existing executives. But I think it's great. I think it's great for business. It's great for innovation. If you work for Coca-Cola and you get fired, you can go work for Pepsi. What you cannot do, because you've signed another document,
Frito-Lay.
you can't share Coca-Cola's secret.
Yeah.
Because that's under your NDA. So there's
Sure.
existing documents that protect your trade secrets without limiting their ability to work somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, these were very common. I've seen a lot of marketing gigs that have non-competes.
It's just wrong.
It's wrong.
I hate it.
Yeah, grow up. Like, who's to say that you can dictate somebody's life, especially if they're good at what they do, if it doesn't
Right.
work out? Like, that's...
Yeah. Because, right, you could... it's just horrible.
And some of them
never
are like
understood it.
3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
That's oppressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
What was the penalty for something like that? You just get sued?
They'd sue you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd
I'd
be
be
a
like,
civil penalty.
Great. I've doubled my salary. You can
Curmudgeons.
sue me for what I earned in 1 year with you. Yeah. Curmudgeons always getting stuck to the
Corporate-
bottom of my shoe.
Corporate curmudgeons.
I got another curmudgeon stuck between my teeth.
Gah! Curmudgeons for breakfast.
I'm glad to see that ruling has happened. Long time overdue.
Yeah.
For sure.
Celebrate.
So that is the local roundup of exciting news. What's happening around our Chamber of Commerce?
Well, we got Austin Small Business Week coming up April 29th through May 3rd through the city of Austin. Free
Nice.
classes. From how to create a marketing plan to bookkeeping, getting funding, all the things, everything. Free.
It's great. It's like a little undergraduate course. Love
Yeah,
it.
right word.
I love it. And then we have a luncheon on May 1st at Gina's on Congress. We will also be welcoming Gina's to the chamber with a rainbow ribbon cutting.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that little clap.
Sorry, I was just looking for the button.
It sounded better than mine earlier. And then on May 2nd, we have a DECA event at In Cahoots, focusing on how to leverage your local chambers. Sponsors for that event include Wells Fargo and the City of Austin Small and Minority Business Resources, or SMBR.
Love that. In Cahoots, we've checked it out online if you haven't looked at it. I'm excited to get. It looks super freaking cute.
I can't believe you haven't been there.
I know. I'm very
I haven't
lame.
been there either.
I'm a very lame
You don't
person.
go to the east side much, do you?
Moving on up. No.
Thank you for that musical number. I love it. I like the east side,
Yeah.
also because I have to drive through it every day. But it's happening place, y'all. Like,
I'm over there barely.
barely,
Like as
barely
in, like you're
east.
dressed up as a bear, or
gummy,
No.
barely.
I feel like I'm getting there though.
Oh no!
Sad story.
Wow.
what else is going on? We got
We have a fun happy hour coming up on May 23rd at the Iron Bear.
Speaking of bears,
Boom, boom.
Yeah, that would have been a good segue
That
if I
would have
remembered that was the next that was next on my list.
that's okay.
We're a little slow today.
Yeah.
What else? I'm afraid to like move on.
What else with the chamber stuff that's happening?
Yeah. What else do we got going on?
Oh, we've got like some ribbon cuttings coming up.
We do.
Some of them are very intimate. So if you have never had a ribbon cutting, please reach out. And it's your world. It's however you want it to look. We, if you want it to be friends and family, or if you want to open it to the public, or if you just want to hang with us, or what have you. If you've never done a ribbon cutting, even if you've been with the chamber for a few years, it's not too late. We'll come hang with you. And it's a great way to get another social blast. And Colton makes it look all pretty, and we take pictures. And
Really, the rainbow ribbon makes it look all pretty.
do you know how many people reached out after the Subaru ribbon cutting and wanted to know where we got our ribbon from?
Yeah.
And I was like, back off. We are the only ones with the rainbow ribbon.
You ain't gay.
Do not think that your chamber can put love you, but you can't put your chamber logo on the rainbow ribbon and do what we do.
No.
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 I mean,
No.
Plus, it's a really fun company name.
oh, yeah.
That's
Go.
all.
Don't tell them.
Don't say
No,
what it is.
It's secret.
No. Yeah. We can't.
But yeah, we've got a lot in the pipeline. Sorry, we're all just a little like my brain is kind of fried today.
There's always luncheons every month. There's happy hours every month. There are events. You can find out about all those events at the chamber website, both our events as well as our member events. If you're looking for somebody to do business with, our member directory is available online. You can always check that. I'm always amazed when I go on my social media and I see my gay friends post something like, I need a good accountant. I'm like, have you never met me? Do you not know what I do for a living?
I know.
Go to our chamber directory.
Well,
Good grief.
I was gonna say the voicemail. It's fine. It's very easy to find on the website. It's
It is.
very easy. It's there. You can, and what's cool is if you're a member and you don't know this, and you need help, also reach out to me. But you can add keyword search words in your member portal. So, like, if you're a restaurant and a bar, but you want to put like puppies, you've got
Whatever
puppies
search term that somebody might put in there.
whatever pertains to your
Yeah.
establishment, you can curate it on our directory to, capture the people
Yes.
that you're looking for, your ideal client, as
There
we
are
would say.
hundreds and hundreds of businesses listed in that directory. So if you're looking for a florist, a CPA, an accountant, or
Yeah.
whatever, like just they're in there.
If you're traveling to Lockhart for the day or San Marcos
Right.
for the day, and you type in Lockhart, it will pull up our members that are out that way too, and in
Right.
San Marcos.
Spend your money queerly.
Yeah. Let me be queer.
Queerly beloved. We're all gay here today.
Where?
What do we think about Tickety Tockety?
Oh Lord,
I'm mad.
You're mad.
I don't
I'm
know how to
mad.
use it, so I'm indifferent.
It's my shocked face.
I don't know. There's this girl I love that's like just a little singer songwriter, and she'll sing
Lose
her
her
little,
platform.
sing her little song with her guitar, and she's big on TikTok. But
She's great, I'm sure. The kitty cats running through glass doors that I watch and screen doors and like that kind of stuff, that's great. It's the communist governments who run the platform that are targeting, especially young straight men, around rhetoric, either around like geopolitics, that's really having an impact on people rising up and supporting hate groups or supporting terrorist groups,
ban that shit. But
right? I never see
my
any of
little
that
cat
stuff.
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all based on what you watch and what you interact with.
Yeah.
So
I don't understand any
Young-
of this.
Mine are human fails and
Young-
cat
What's
videos.
gonna happen? So the stuff that's like on TikTok that makes its way over to Instagram, what's that gonna look like?
So it won't shut down. Like it's a multi-billion-dollar company. It won't go away. But what will happen is it'll sell. The government will require it to sell to an American-based company.
As it should.
Yeah, and then it would be governed and
Yeah.
managed and secure through American servers based here in the U.S. And it'll have, I'm sure, its own bent on
well, they
politics. but-
said we're gonna fight it in court.
which court would they fight that in? So like, there are courts.
The
Like,
galaxy,
you're gonna lose.
the Guardians of the
The
Galaxy
courts
are
of
gonna.
the ocean.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, I do enjoy my goofy. I love human fails, and it's always like some 14-year-old kid usually a guy on a BMX bike on a rooftop going, "Watch this."
But have you ever seen a woman at the grocery store try to select cauliflower? And they all come tumbling.
I will say their search feature,
Is it good?
incredible. Like unlike
The font
any
is
other
too small.
social.
I can't read it.
I don't have that problem.
That's a you problem.
But like, let's say you remember a specific video of
Yeah.
like a cat running into the wall
True.
or running into the window. But there's like
true.
descriptors from the video. You can just type that in, and that video is the first one that comes up. I don't get it. I mean,
Yeah, they do a good job tagging all their videos for sure. Yeah, because
great.
it's true. Because I've run across something and I want to show somebody like this, like the screaming or the raccoon. Have you seen the 2 raccoon guys?
What?
There's 2 raccoons and they're walking along and like they're on somebody's Ring camera, and then the motion light comes on,
And they freeze?
and the voiceover is like, "Bill, act normal." And so the one looks like a raccoon, and the other one just is standing up on his back feet with his 2 arms spread out.
Because he's
He's acting
scared.
normal. He's just frozen. But if you go to TikTok and you put in "scared raccoon act normal," he'll probably come up.
Yeah, well, I mean, just the other day, Amy and I were talking about we went and had a margarita somewhere after work, and I asked for extra tahini. And I love it. And then we were talking about this TikTok of a guy like, in a serious conversation, and he would like nod his head and then like lick the tahini off his cup.
It's like trying to have a serious conversation with this tahini rim, and it's like, and then my sister, she just died, and he's like,
And I was trying to find this
oh, that's
video.
terrible.
'Cause I had just laughed about it the night before, and then I just typed in like tahini guy. Like I might have put licking.
like,
I don't
because you
know.
can't look normal getting that tahini off the cup, can
And
you?
he popped right up. It's crazy.
Oh my
I shared this with some friends of mine, and one of them said the same thing. She was like, "Why is it that when I have a glass with tahini, I always awkwardly lock eyes with somebody across the room?" And it's like, oh God, that just happened. And then you can't, like, where do you look?
It's like when you're eating a banana. Same thing.
Yeah, it's never good.
Oh no.
Yes. It's kind of like when Rick Perry ate the corn dog. And that meme
yeah.
lived on forever.
We got to take him to the Iron Bear.
I mean, if you're a politician, do not
That's
eat
a big
corn
corn
dog.
dog. That is a foot-long corn dog. It says so on the menu.
Oh my goodness. So we've gone down a real rabbit hole, so it's probably a good time to sign off. Thank you for joining us. If you want to become a member of the Austin LGBT Chamber or join us for some events, visit us at Austin LGBT Chamber. If you'd like to be a guest or a sponsor, email us at info@austinlgbtchamber.com. Be sure to check out all of the past episodes. Follow us. Check out new episodes every Friday at noon, wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you next time.